It's March 1st, Monday. I'm back for week 9 of my training plan after a week off of just resting and breaking and trying to not mess up my ankle and my knees. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty fresh. I'm gonna see how today feels and then determine how this next week goes. I am definitely not looking forward to some of the runs this next week, but I'm gonna listen to the audio guides on what I should be expecting this week and elaborate a little further when I come back. Okay, I'm back. I ran 1.7 miles at um, 8 minute 58 seconds minute per mile. It is a little slow and a little less than what I run usually, but I figured out this week I'm going to be running quite a lot, so I was going to take it a little easier on today. But I've got a really tough week ahead of me. Tomorrow I have a 8K tempo run with a 2K warm-up and a 2K cool down, so that gives me 14 kilometers of running, which is like 8.5 miles ish. So that's 8.5 plus today. That gives me the 10 miles of a 10 miler on Saturday. So that gets me the 20. And then interval running, I say that's another 3 miles. So that gets me to 23. And then a 30-minute recovery run that gets me the 20, 25, 26 miles at least on a week. And that is the most I will have done in a week ever in my life, so it's gonna be a tough week of running. But still, I really appreciate being able to have an excuse to get out like this. Like today, I got up at 7-ish, sat in front of my computer from 7:40 to just right before I got off on my run, which is like 3. Sat in front of my computer for over 7 hours studying, going to class, which is definitely depleting, and getting out to a run is very refreshing and gets me a little more pumped up and ready for the rest of the day. So yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow for the tempo run that is going to put my legs through hell. But speaking of my legs, my knees were feeling solid and my ankles too, so hopefully the little knee pain was just a fluke and will recover on its own. Yeah. Okay, today is March 2nd, Tuesday. I came out to the high school track to do my speed workout. There's actually quite a lot of people here. There's a field hockey practice, so the field is pretty much occupied. The track is relatively empty, but I'll keep my mask on for most of the time, so it should be fine. But this is the workout that I'm scared of the most because it's a speed run, but also very long. I think I'll come out to be 7.5 miles at the very end, but I'm gonna go for my how long is it? 2K warm-up, a 2 kilometer warm-up, 5, and then 8K tempo run, and another 2K cool down. So it should be hard. I might not be able to film very much because there's a lot of people around. But yeah, I'll see you guys after I finish this run. Okay, so I finished my run. That was, I think, 7.5 miles at 7:50-ish pace. I ran my warm-ups, the 2K warm-up and the 2K cool down at 8:30 pace-ish, and my 8K tempo run, a 5-mile tempo run at 7:30 minute per mile pace. It was pretty consistent, just at about 7:30 per mile. And that was actually a lot faster than I thought because on my all-out 5K, I ran 5K, which is 3 miles at like 7:10, and I was dying, but I ran 7:34, 5 miles pretty easily today, which I'm definitely happy with. But what else special about this run? But yeah, that was the run I was the most scared of for the entire training plan, but I'm glad that I got out of the way. And it's a great way to put some positive stress on my body. I had a lot of work recently, so I'm quite tired, but it's great to be able to get out and put my body to the test, put my body under some stress, but still feeling great. So yeah, I have a early morning recovery on tomorrow and help me get out of this tired state. Oh, it's March 3rd, Wednesday morning. I got plenty of sleep last night, which is good. It's quite late in the morning already. It's 8:30, but I am very tired from my run yesterday. I did 30 laps on the track, which I just realized, and that is a for this car to go by, that's an astronomical number for me, and I'm definitely feeling a little bit. Both of my knees are a little sore. My ankles are feeling fine, but yeah, and the blister on my right foot is healing pretty well, but it's still there. So I'm gonna take it really easy today. Just run maybe 2-ish miles. That's a little less than the running plan has for me, but I'm gonna adjust it to my own scale because I'm not feeling too great. I'm not feeling up for it. But yeah, what else? Yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy the morning and not think about any pace or distance or time. Plus, I have a lot to do today, and last thing I want is a morning run to tire me out too much. So, yeah, I will see you guys back in like 20 minutes. That was not a great run. 1.85 miles at 9-10 minute per mile pace. I just feeling really sluggish. Maybe just it's not too soon after I got out of bed, so still haven't shaken off the bed bugs yet, or just yesterday's run wore me out physically a little too much. My knee was feeling okay. They were feeling sore before the run, but now they're feeling fine, so that's a positive. Yeah, there's not much else to say. I'm gonna go home and cross train a little bit with probably jump ropes, some core workouts, push-ups, pull-ups maybe, and then yeah, take a good rest day tomorrow, and then a hard Friday and Saturday with the speed run and another 10-mile run. So this week's mileage, I'm probably gonna be looking at 23, 24, which is quite a lot. So I gotta prepare myself for the week, eat well, sleep well, and recover well. Okay, so it's March 5th, 2021. Wednesday, I'm out here to run. I drove out to the park, but sorry if it's a little windy and the audio's messed up, but I want to run on the track. I do see some people on the track, so hopefully it's open, but if it's closed, I'll have to very sadly run around the neighborhood again. But I really hope that I will get to get some footage of me running. So the moment of truth. Okay, so this gate here is locked, but I do see some people on the track, so maybe I have to circle around to the front gate. I'm not gonna, I'll film again once if I get in. Okay, that was weird. I just had to walk through the front office. There's nobody there, but I did complete all the COVID tests and everything, so I think I should be clear to go. Nobody's yelling at me or anything, so hopefully that's fine. But I'm gonna walk over to the track and explain my run. I'm gonna do a pace-based interval running. I'm gonna start at 10K pace, move on to 5K mile, and then best pace, and I move back up to 10K. So it should be a pretty tough run that tests both my endurance and explosiveness at the same time. It should be a lot of fun and give my body a little bit of test before my long run tomorrow, and get a little more mileage in on a week. Actually, I'm not sure how much I'll be running today, probably close to 2.53 miles, so that's not too much, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna do a 5-minute warm-up, stretch, and then get on with the workout. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to film. That depends on the how much break I get between each interval to move the camera and everything, but hopefully I'll be able to get a little bit of footage in there. So yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought.
Yeah. How did you even get on, dude?
The main office was open.
Yeah, I don't know why that gate was open. Just because we have kids on campus and it's still COVID, we can't have others in while we have our program running.
Oh, okay. I thought the track was open. Oh, are those
No,
staff
it's
members?
open after 6. These are your teachers, actually.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So after 6,
Okay.
You just have to come back after 6.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay,
until
thank you.
COVID lifts the
Uh-huh.
schools.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I kind of got kicked out mid warm up and mid stretches, but I'm gonna put my stuff back in the car and then just run on the road. Apparently, I think this the campus is still closed because they're bringing the elementary school kids back, so I can only visit after like 6 or on the weekend. So, well, at least I know what the school hours are. And yeah, but the teacher was nice about it, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, disappointing. Well, despite the quite unpleasant experience on the track, but I still had a really good run. I was 3-ish miles at 7:50 pace. I don't remember how fast I ran each split, but I'll put the pace chart here. But I think I moved down from running at 8:15 10K down to a 5:50 best pace, and then back up to like a 7:40, 7:45 10K pace again, which is good. The only hiccup was I think my first best pace for 30 seconds was at like 6:50, which was actually slower than my mile efforts. I don't know what happened there, but other than that, it was a great run. I'll have a 10-mile run tomorrow, so rest up for that. Alright, it's Saturday morning, March 6th. It's already a little late, so the sun is shining directly on my face. It's almost 8 o'clock, but I could have used a little extra sleep last night. More rest to get on this run, so nothing to complain about. Feeling a little bit of that same soreness in my knee, but it's probably just because I slept on it a little weird last night. It's never bothered me on my run, so I think I should be okay. If it does become a little bit irritable, I just cut my run short. It's not a big deal. But what else to talk about this morning? It rained a little bit last night, so the ground's a little wet, but that's usually pretty pleasant to run on as long as I run on the asphalt. But then the sun's already out, so I should be drying pretty soon. Yeah, I hope that doesn't deplete my energy on the run, but I'll try to run as much as I can in the shade. It's not too strong right now, so it shouldn't be a big deal. But yeah, 10 miles today. Gonna hope to start at 9-minute pace and then move down to 8-minute per mile pace. Should be doable, but I couldn't do it last time, so we'll see how my body feels along the run. And listen to some audiobooks and enjoy my run. I'm gonna stretch a little bit now first. Okay, I finished my warm-up. My body's definitely still feeling a little sleepy, but after 1 or 2 miles of warm-ups, I should be feeling fine. So yeah, I'll see you guys in probably like an hour and a half. I'm back from my 10-mile run. I don't look that bad, but I'm pretty beat. My leg feels like lead. And I don't think this is from any underlying issues, but my knees were starting to hurt at the end a little bit. And then there was this blister on my right foot that I developed on my speed run on Tuesday, and then I re-agitated it today, and it was hurting pretty bad from like mile 3 to mile 6 maybe. But afterwards, I just probably felt pretty numb, or the adrenaline kicked in and I was able to ignore it, but it was bothering me quite a lot. And yeah, it was just a really tiring run. I had to take a few breaks on the during the runs, but this run was 10.5 miles, the most I've ever done. And then at 8:30 pace, which is faster, but I did take some breaks, so realistically I probably would have ran a little slower. So yeah, I'm liking this progress of getting longer and longer runs in. I think next week is gonna be a little less, like 8 miles, but then I have a 20 kilometers, which is over 12 miles. I think that'll definitely be a great challenge. But other than that, there's not much else about this run that's noteworthy. Listen to a lot of audiobooks. There are quite a lot of people on the road. I wish I had gotten out a little earlier, so the sun wasn't as strong and there's less cars on the road. That would have been nicer. But I'll just do my weekly recap now too. I ran 24.6 miles this week. at 8:17. I want to say 8:17 minute per mile pace, which is quite fast, honestly, for my efforts. And this was the second most mileage I've ever done in my life, and throughout this training plan as well. And this week had some of the runs that I was scared for. I was saying this earlier that I really didn't look forward to that 8K tempo run from the beginning of the workout, and then these 10 miles runs are always a scare factor throughout the entire training plan. And yeah, there's nothing else too special about this week, just getting my mileage in, training my stamina, endurance to prep for the marathon, the half marathon. That's in 4 weeks now. Next week is going to be a little lighter, a easier speed run, a smaller long run. So I think my mileage will go down a little bit to 20-ish, which is exactly what I need right now. My legs are pretty tired, but yeah, I'll see you guys next week.